It's Wednesday, the 11th. Nice to have you with us on the CBSN Minnesota Morning Update. I'm Jason DeRusha. We are just a couple days away from Friday the 13th, so get ready. Get ready for it. A little bit of rain out there this morning. It's moving out. Let's take a look at the weather forecast. Yep, the sun will be back by around noon. Should be breezy this afternoon. High temperature around 84 and should be less humid tonight, so we'll have a couple nice days. I just want to show you the live look at the radar at 7:30, and you can see some pretty decent cells over the New Richmond area, Baldwin, Amory in Wisconsin. This kind of blew through Minneapolis at about 6:50. And St. Paul got about nothing, but you can see Duluth very wet, and that line of storms just moving across the border into Wisconsin. So anyway, that'll be all gone, and it should be a pretty nice day for the remainder of today. Yep, a little bit of rain in downtown Minneapolis early this morning. Humid now, but that will move out, so enjoy it today. Let's talk about this. Mall of America with a big birthday today. 29 years ago on this date, the Mall of America opened, August 11th, 1992. You didn't have those two big buildings that we see in this picture or this fancy new north entrance. Here is some of the historic video. It looks like a scene out of Stranger Things, doesn't it? The early 90s. Look at how excited people were. So excited to go into the mall when it opened, people streaming in. The mall really changed the shopping landscape. And so today, we are asking you, as Mall of America celebrates its 29th birthday, what's your favorite memory at the mall? Favorite store or place to visit? Maybe you had a job at Mall of America. I remember the first time I went to Mall of America, and I couldn't believe it. I'm like, this is, and that for me was probably pretty soon after it opened, 27 years ago or so, when I was dating my wife and came to visit here, and just like, wow, it's so big, so big. I still like it. It's changed a lot. So share your Mall of America memories on our Facebook page, and we'll read through some of that in just a minute. We do want to begin with a little bit of breaking news this morning, because it looks like the search is over for a missing Isanti woman, and sadly, this is not the outcome anyone was hoping for. The Isanti County Sheriff says they believe they found the body of 32-year-old Amanda Van Grinsen last night. She was last seen on Thursday. She was at the Isanti VFW. And there were people out searching, and we've had stories on this over the last couple days. But overnight, authorities served a search warrant in Athens Township, not too far from where she was last seen. And that, of course, indicates that police had some information that Amanda might be on that rural property. Investigators have not said how the woman they found died. There is no one in custody, but they said they don't think there's a wider threat to the public. So more to come on this, but sad news in Isanti County, where it looks like Amanda Van Grinsen found dead. Minnesota State Fair opens 2 weeks from tomorrow. Boy, what changes are we going to hear in the next 2 weeks, if any? The fair's still going on as planned. They're encouraging masks, which we've seen what that does. Zip, nothing, right? When masks are encouraged, people generally don't wear them. But there is new information from the state health department that shows there have been a number of COVID outbreaks at various county fairs and festivals. Outbreak is defined as 3 people from separate households. So it doesn't always mean that it's spread at that particular event, but it is statistically unusual to have 3 people who all were at, say, a county fair come down with it. State Fair says, look, if you don't feel comfortable going, we get it, and we will refund your ticket if you bought it in advance. You're not going to be able to save your ticket and roll it over to next year, so reach out to the fair and get that refund if you don't want to go. Guns are banned at the state fair, but a state gun owners group is filing a lawsuit trying to change that. The Minnesota Gun Owners Caucus is suing the state fair in Ramsey County. And this gets into sort of an interesting legal argument as to what the state fair is. Many of us think of the state fair as a private organization that can do what it wants. But a lot of court rulings have found that the state fair is a quasi-governmental agency, kind of like the Postal Service. They're independent, but they're sort of run through the government. And there are different rules as to how the government can ban people who have permits from carrying their weapons. So we'll see what the courts decide here. They're suing Ramsey County as well, trying to stop them from enforcing the ban. This is a breaking news story this morning that will blow your mind. In Brooklyn Park yesterday, they had a special election for mayor. So Brooklyn Park, a city of 80,000+ people, and it came down to one vote. There's going to be an automatic recount this morning. And heading into the recount, look at the totals posted by the Brooklyn Park City Clerk overnight. Lisa Jacobson, a city council member, has 3,415 votes. Hollis Winston, who had the support of pretty much all of the big shots in the DFL, 3,414. One vote difference, more than 6,800 ballots, which is pretty low turnout. No big surprise. It's a special election. But wow, talk about every vote counts. Former mayor Jeff Lundy resigned because he was elected the Hennepin County Board. The plan was to swear in the new mayor on Monday, but the recount today. Wow. All right, the United States Postal Service needs some help. They're hanging out the help wanted sign, and just like many other employers, the Postal Service kind of dealing with a combination of retirements and increased demand as we get into the holiday season. They're looking for 100 carriers just in the Twin Cities. A lot more statewide, depending on where you live. Starting pay, almost $19 an hour. Postal Service, it's a good job, right? There's a pension, good benefits. Pay goes up when you're on the higher than that 18 when you're on the job for more than 18 months. I've been hearing about people who were in the restaurant business who have gone into the Postal Service. Good hours. It's hard work. Meet a lot of nice people. Hopefully you're not scared of dogs. Postal Service is going to have job fairs, recruiting at county fair, state fair too. You apply online. The whole thing's online. You'll find a link in the story about this at WCCO.com. And I mentioned restaurants. They are experiencing this worker shortage, and it's hard to pin it on any one thing. Some people have said, look, COVID was a wake-up call. When I got to be home because restaurants were closed, I realized how much I've been giving up by working nights and weekends and working with some of the people who are a pain in the neck, the customers. Some are worried with COVID flaring up again about the health of customers and staff. So places like the Capitol View Cafe in St. Paul have decided to call it quits for now.
We posted jobs for probably since we've been reopened again, and we're not able to we get lots of calls, and last week, 5 people were supposed to show up for interviews and nobody showed up.
Yeah, so, the Capitol View Cafe says they're offering good starting wages, and the kind of no-show issue has been endemic at a lot of restaurants, and, some of it might be people setting up interviews so they can prove that they're searching for a job to keep the unemployment benefits going. That's required in Minnesota. A lot of it is people apply for 5 jobs, they take the one they want, and then they no-show. Which, of course, the managers are like, oh, it's so frustrating, no-shows. How often do managers tell you when you haven't been selected for a job right away, right? So, there's a little bit of this on both sides. I get the frustration for sure, but lots going on there. Tough to unpack exactly why some people are choosing not to go back into the hospitality business. New Minnesota Teacher of the Year is going to be named tonight by the state's largest teaching union. 9 finalists for Teacher of the Year. 75 teachers in all were kind of nominated up for the award this week. So the announcement will happen at 7 o'clock tonight. You can watch it on Facebook if you want, or you can stream WCCO this morning, tomorrow on CBSN Minnesota. We will have the Teacher of the Year on the show. So that should be pretty good tomorrow. Welcome back party for Olympian Shane Wiskus tonight. He was a star on the Gopher gymnastics team before making his Olympic debut in Tokyo. The party is at Back Channel Brewing in Spring Park, and that starts at 5 o'clock tonight. Okay, let's talk about the Mall of America. Happy 29th birthday to MOA. They're having a little cake smashing party today to celebrate. We asked you kind of for your favorite stores, your favorite memories. Nancy Ross. My grandsons were little. My daughters and I used to take them to MOA for Toddler Tuesdays. The boys loved it. I used to take my boys to Toddler Tuesday. I was a nighttime reporter here at CCO, so me and a couple other reporters who had young kids. I have a great picture of me and Seth in matching Superman costumes for Toddler Tuesday Halloween. Oh, I love that at the mall. Thanks, Nancy. Thanks for giving me that trip down memory lane. Pam remembers seeing Princess Diana's dress with her daughter. Pretty cool. Thanks, Pam. Here's Tam. Tamara worked there when she was 20, walking through the employee halls to where they used to receive merchandise from the trucks. She remembers her boss telling her they were going to put in an aquarium where they were walking, and she didn't believe it. And of course, there is a great aquarium in there now. That's super fun. You wonder, like, in 29 years, how many people have one of their first jobs out at Mall of America. Thanks, Tamara. Here's Todd going to the movie theater. Oh, fourth floor movie theater. The opening weekend of Star Wars Episode 1, his son's first movie theater experience at age 3. What a cool memory. Thanks, Todd. Here's Bradley. Favorite place to go is the Lego store. Yes, the Lego store is so cool. It's huge. And then all of the giant Lego displays they have there. Mall of America, I think it's terrific. I like Nordstrom. They have some good restaurants out there now. It's really cool. Lots of kiosks where people are kind of living out their dream, trying to get something going. We'll look forward to when we have more visitors kind of coming back just to enjoy that sales tax-free shopping, right? We like that. Thanks for watching the CBSN Minnesota Morning Update. We appreciate you hanging out with us, and we will see you at this same time tomorrow.